Okay, hey there. It's been a hot minute since I've been on YouTube and recorded anything, and because I don't have a lot of time to edit, I thought going live might be a little easier to get some content out here on YouTube. And I have made some purchases recently, so I thought, well, let's share the purchases and play a little bit with some of these fabulous art supplies that I recently got. So let me get my camera set up better. YouTube doesn't really give you like a good view of what is going on the screen when you set this up. So I'm seeing that the lighting isn't great. Maybe I should turn this on. Maybe it's okay. Oh well, that's going to be good enough, I think. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to share is that I got this art therapy card deck, and at the end, I'm going to pull a card. Actually, I've already pulled it and do one of the exercises. But what this is a little deck of suggestions for some guided practices for managing your well-being. So they have 75 different activities and comes with this little book, which kind of haven't looked at it too close yet. But there's a little bit about what art therapy is and then how to use it. They have different mediums. So if you wanted to pick a card based on the medium, there's using it that way. And then there's also, which is the way I just selected it, was I kind of just went through and I was looking at the images and the suggestion for may help with, and just found something that appealed to me for right now. So I'll explain more about this in a minute, but just know if you stick around, this is going to be coming at the end. So before I do that, I wanted to swatch a few new things that I just got, and also talk about this wonderful little swatch deck that I purchased over the summer that I've been working on. And it comes in a box with 4 of these little spandex, basically. And so what you do is you just swatch all of your art supplies. And you can see I've got some of them labeled, some of them I'm still working on labeling. But every watercolor set that I have, I'm putting in here. Also, these are the watercolor pencils. So I'm trying to keep it categorized to know more about this. This is called the, hang on just a second. Swatch decks. It's a big box set, and you can buy as many of these as you need and have need for, but they're by Sarah Renee Clark. And I haven't opened this one, but they come like this. And there's this paper is very, very thick. So even like alcohol markers don't bleed through this for the most part. And there's 24 strips. There's 6 swatches on each. And then they're all pinned in here with a removable, I don't know, would you call that a grommet? But you can unscrew it and then take it apart, which is what I've done with these 3. And so as I just got a nice little pull tab. And then as I fill up my swatch deck, or my swatches, they'll live in here. But for right now, I'm still in the process of getting all of this swatched out. And so today I'm going to swatch my Gansai Tambi granulating colors. I don't haven't, these are not new, but I have not swatched them yet. And so I wanted to show you kind of how I'm using this. Like I said, I've been playing with these in different ways, trying to figure out how I'm going to organize it. And so that's why I have a little temporary hook here so I can take them off as needed. But the little grommets, I don't know what you call these, they just kind of Oh no, there's two here. It's like a screw cap. And they just kind of screw together like that. So as soon as I get those organized, I'll go back on there. But first things first, let's swatch these beautiful granulating colors. So this deck only has, or this set only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's 6 here. So, you know, you kind of sometimes have to think about how you're going to do it and where you're going to label it, or, you know, if you want to make it grade 8 or just have a different type of mark on one side versus the other. But for now, I'm just doing a little wash and let it fade out. Because these are granulating, I want to see what it does. I want to be able to have a reference for what these colors do and remind me. So you can hopefully see, this lighting is not that great. I'm in front of a window, but there we go. You can see the granulation happening. There's blues and purple tones in here. Let's see, does that help? Maybe I've got too much light in here. A little better, a little better. And all of these, a lot of these colors are very similar. Let's see, my thing is upside down, but this one is called Aurora Violet, Aurora Blue. And this next one is Orange, Aurora Orange. Which is going down very green. There's some of the orange. You get some of the separation when you water down your brush a little bit. You can see a little bit of the orange popping through. But this one definitely does read very green. And now Aurora Pink. Which doesn't have a lot of pink in it. It's like blues and purples. It's a little bit of pink. Let me see if I can get more of that pink in here. Not very pink to me. That's okay. And now we have Aurora Red. Very, very similar. Okay, I decided for this last line, what I want to do is I'm going to put a layer of just water down, and then I'm going to dab in each of those colors. And just let it spread and do whatever it wants. Start the red and the pink. Orange. Blue. And purple. Kind of creates a cool little galaxy. And then label them. So this is the Gansai Tambi granulating colors. And there we go. And then I'll eventually, when this dries, I'll write the number and the name underneath each of those. So now because you look at this box and you're like, I don't know what color I want or need. And most of the time when I play with it, I just go for it. And you can see this one here, I use more because it's a favorite. And I've gotten used to what it does, but these other ones, sometimes I have trouble remembering, what I would do with it or how I would use it. And so these little swatch cards are handy for that, rather than looking for where I attempted to swatch these in some sketchbook somewhere. So I love these little swatch cards so much. Okay. The other cool thing about them is on the cover, there's these little geometric designs, and you can paint them, color paint, play with them however you want. I've colored a few of these. Some are better than others. It's a marker one. And I think that was marker. No, that wasn't marker. This was, I think this was a set that I used. I know what that was. That was this set. The Art for Joy's Sake. Christy Rice's curated set here. It's these. That's what that is. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so the next little fun thing I have is I updated my Sparkle Pop pens and found that they have a new Pentel that has a new ish line. It's new to me anyway, and it's called Crazy What is this called? I can't tell. Crazy something. And I think it's just got multiple inks in it. So I'm going to swatch these as well with my Sparkle Pop pens. And I decided the way I'm going to do that is, let's do the crazy ones first so I can show you. I was going to do some kind of line work to swatch this. I think I'm going to make one of these. I forget what the name of this Zentangle is called, but it's a fun one. I'm going to start here. Go this way. Let's see. Which way do I want to go? You can kind of see where there's a lot of ink. When I stop, the ink goes blue, and when you're going, the ink is pink. Let me see if I can duplicate that. I guess there's enough of that blue in there. It's hard to see on the camera, but it almost is like a sparkle of blue. It's a pink with the blue sparkles, maybe? Anyway, let's see. I'll do that one. Let's go this way. Interesting. And here's another crazy one. I think I only got 2 of the crazies, and the rest of them are Sparkle Pop. So let me swatch this one. I bought these individually at a little dollar store called Pop Shelf. They sell these individually there for like $2, but you can also buy them online at Amazon as a set. Let me do. This one's a blue, mostly. Let's do the opposite direction. Maybe we can make a pattern. Play with the top one. And this one is a blue with a green sparkle. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Looks like maybe not. You'll have to trust me on that. Do these have a number? How am I going to know which is which? Well, I can see that it's a crazy pop. That's what it's called. But the color, I cannot tell. Oh, maybe it's the number right there, K91. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this red pen with blue cap, blue pen with gold cap. That's how I'm going to. Maybe blue body, gold accent. That way I'll be able to tell later. Oh, this way. Just making it worse. A little better. I'll get the lighting figured out in here someday. Sort of made a mirror image with that Zentangle. So I think for the rest of these, I'm just going to just do stripes or something. So this is the Crazy Pop. They write really nice. I like writing with these just in general for note taking or whatever. So they do feel really smooth. A little bit of a, you can kind of feel the, whatever it is they use for the sparkle. You can kind of feel it a little bit, but not bad. Let me see. Let's start with this. It's going to be Pinto. Okay. Crazy Pop and Sparkle Pop. One, two, three, 4, 5. Let's do this orange. I should have got more orange. I don't think I saw an orange there. These are the older ones. You can see when they go low versus a new one. Hence my purchases. They also have a green. Oh, here's another Crazy Pop. Hang on. We got to swatch the Crazy Pops first. So this I'm going to call Yellow Body. And green accent. teal and maybe not teal. It looks teal on the camera, but so a light green and a dark green in there. That one's fun. Okay, how do I want to do these? Maybe we'll just do stripes. Sometimes it's fun to also swatch them with each other. Let me see if I can find one where I did these chalk markers and I put the other colors on top so you could see how well they would work together. So that's another idea for swatching. I may do something like that with these here in a second. Let's do the pink. Let's do gold. Maybe black and silver together. Okay, that's it. So I think I'm going to refrain from doing the orange and the green. I know I've got a green somewhere, but I think we'll call this one done. This particular one. Lovely sparkles. I don't know. I think I like the crazy ones now better, a little bit better. They're definitely more dynamic or bold, maybe that's the word. Fun stuff. Okay, another fun little purchase I made this weekend. I was at Jerry's Artrama. My husband needed some glass cut for a frame that fell a long time ago. And of course, that's an excuse for me to buy art supplies, right? And so I have never tried these before, but these are the Holbein wax, not wax, but oil pastels. And they were only $1.05 a piece at Jerry's. I don't know if that was a sale price, but I got 16 colors here, so I'm going to swatch these guys. I also bought, while I was there, a couple of thin watercolor books. This one's Eternity 90. It's a brand that is made for Jerry's, I believe, and it's pretty good paper. I tried to look it up online. I didn't really see, like, it's probably not a cotton. It's probably the other one. I forget now what I'm trying to say, but it's a smooth-ish finish. So maybe a hot press. but I just like the size of it. It was really, I'm thinking I'm going to do either some kind of art challenge in here or maybe make it themed. So I think I did decide on the square one. I'm going to do a different fruit on each page to kind of play with form and shadows, lights and darks value, and maybe even color value. So that'll be a fruit themed one. It even has a little band. I mean, look how cute that is. It's tiny. I mean, it's thin. So I really like that. And I got this size as well. Same, let's see the size, but I also already swatched the whole binds here on that back page. But I'm going to swatch them in my swatch deck so I know next time if I go buy some more colors, I can take this with me and know what I already have. So I like to put these in some kind of order when I do my paints. Either warms and cools or rainbow or by saturation. So I was going to try to decide how I wanted to do this. And I think maybe I'm going to do it by, I don't know. Maybe something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe these brights. Maybe one that's like a rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these 4 on another one. So I got 6, 6, and 4. So let's start with the rainbow. And then also I want to do, because I have not used these much, this kind of medium oil pastel. A long time ago, my medium used to be soft pastels, and I stopped using them because I almost have to wear gloves with those. And then you've got to spray them, and I just kind of stopped doing it after a while. But the oil, I've never had good oil pastels. I've always had the student grade version, and so I thought I'd get a better brand and try it out. So anyway, that's what this is going to be. And because I can't chalk and chew gum at the same time, let's go ahead and swatch. Okay, so I meant to get a Q-tip or something so I could smear, but I also have an awl. I thought, let me see if I can etch. Do you etch? No. I mean, it kind of does a little bit. I guess I'm going to use my fingers. Just to kind of play and see how they blend. Maybe I won't do that to all of them. I think for this side, I want to do a blend. So I'm going to put a little bit there, and I'm going to add a different color. So let me carry on. Look at that blue. That's beautiful blue. This one is Prussian blue. I love that. It's a nice violet. So now let me find something else to smear with besides my finger. I see 2 people live watching with me, so thank you for joining me. I know one of them is my mother. So hi, Mama. Okay, let's see. Let's see what kind of a purple we can make with the Prussian blue and what's this? This red is scarlet. Yeah, it's a pretty dark purple. That's this blue on top of the red there. I don't know that was necessary. And I have a lot to learn about this medium, but that's the point of this. It's play, it's experimentation, it's learning what these things do. So let's see if we can make this a little lighter orange with the yellow. Yep. And should we make some mud with the yellow? Add the complement. See what kind of a brown we can get. Let's add the Prussian blue to this. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. Kind of mix it a teal. Do like that, or darker green. Because I think I've added too much blue now. But maybe a lighter application, it would be sort of teal. And then, well, let's see. If we add, so here I added the blue second. What if we add the red second? Does it look the same? Blends a little differently. Don't know. And then for this one, see what orange does. Interesting. So now we can, these are the Holbein. This orange is it actually orange? It sure is. It says orange number 2. I think this is yellow, just yellow. Where'd my green go? Grass green. Prussian blue, right? My memory is terrible. Yep. And what kind of violet do we have? Just violet. All right. For the rest of these, I don't think I'm going to mix. I'm just going to swatch them real quick, and then I'll label them later. Because I kind of want to, I'm kind of anxious to get into the art therapy. This color is dark brown. We've got ochre, pale ochre. It's a nice color. This one is olive. Next we have yellow gray. That's a really nice gray. And we have deep green. And finally, for this set, burnt umber. So kind of some of the classic colors here. I selected for landscapes and florals. Okay, and then my other little set of 4. This one is red brown. It's pretty. And this one is cobalt green. Ooh. That is really pretty. And we'll put that next to pale green. And then finally, rose pink. And I'm going to leave myself some room to see if I can smudge that at some other point in time, or maybe mix some later, but I won't do that right now. I'll put these to the side because we're going to do a quick art therapy exercise. For that, I'm going to use, I was going to use my wax, my old pastels for this. So come back, and I have a mixed media pad. It's 7x10. It's just an inexpensive brand from Hobby Lobby. So it's kind of a thickish paper, but I'm going to use my pastels here. Where did that card go? I lost it. I don't think I put it back. Did I put it back? I did put it back. Okay, so this one's called Scribble Art, and the goal is to let go of perfection and expectations, and time commitment here is 10 minutes. So we'll see how this goes. I've not done one of these yet. It lists the materials, suggested materials, and there it says oil pastels, which I'm going to use. And it says it may help with addressing inner conflict, relieving stress, and promoting relaxation and soothing anxiety. So what you do is you draw some scribbles really loosely, and then turn the paper clockwise and view the scribbles from every orientation. And then the question is, what different images emerge? And then you can kind of develop them further, draw additional elements to complete it. And then it gives a little hint saying to loosen up, maybe with some yoga or something before you start, which I'm not going to do right now, but we get the idea. And then afterwards, you can ask yourself the questions that they have here, which are, what did it feel like to scribble your art? Did any critical voices come up? If so, how did you respond? And then, were you surprised by any images that emerged? Is there a story here? I chose this one because I love doing neurographic art where you just draw the lines. It's basically scribbles, and then you round off all of the intersections, and then sometimes you can start to see images in there, which I look for in my neurographic art. But this one is just suggesting loose scribbles, so that's how I'm going to do it. And because I've swatched my colors now, I know what they look like, so I'm going to do a little palette. I should have pulled a color palette before I did this, but my box is holding my camera, so I can't get to it. So I'm going to have to do this on my own. And I think I'm going to go with, definitely going to go with this. Is that this one? Is that deep? No, this is deep green. Where is this one? Is that this one? Cobalt green, yeah. This is the cobalt green. Yeah. So I love that color. And I like the light color with it, so let's get him. Pale green, cobalt green. Should I go colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, or should I put in an accent color? Oh, maybe yellow. I think I will do this. Is that this one? Yeah. Yeah, I just learned that, no, it was blue though. I learned that Van Gogh played with complements that were not the ones that are opposite on the color wheel. Let's see if I have my little baby color wheel here. I don't know where my color wheel is. Anyway, on a color wheel, here's one. The colors that are opposite are considered complements, but I learned that Van Gogh realized that the yellow and blue, they make each other stand out more. And then I think it was, I don't remember the other combinations, but I'm pretty sure yellow and blue were, they helped each other out basically. So I think I'm going to go with these three colors for my palette. Sort of a light, medium, and dark if I squint my eyes. Yeah, I just want to make sure I have a light, medium, and dark. I'm overthinking an art therapy session, which is typical, but we're going to relax now. We're going to relax and relieve some stress and address some inner conflict of feeling like you have to get everything right all the time. So let's just scribble whatever. Okay, before I do anything else, let me see, turning it. Oh, I'm seeing a face already. Every time I do this, I see faces. Okay, I'm going to stop because I already see a face. This is fun. Do you see it? Do you see my face? Oh my goodness, this one's fun. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give her a little dimple. It looks feminine. It's a little feminine face. Let's give her an eye. Let's see. She has big hair. Is that a beehive or is this an 80s hairdo? I don't know. Do you see it? Do you see it? maybe it's Marge Simpson. But she's in there. I see her. Yeah. Maybe she's wearing a turtleneck. A striped turtleneck. Does she have something living in her hair? Maybe if I gave her a nose somehow. Following the form that's already there. Kind of see her coming out now. A little better. Maybe. Maybe we're gonna just put this as some shadow or something on the side of her. Actually, I think I see this as her hair. And maybe this is something else up there. Well, she looks nice. She looks like a nice person. Kind of friendly looking, I guess. So there you go. That was my little, I don't know how many minutes that was, but I feel like that's good enough. I feel like she's done. And so I guess the question I can ask myself later, what did it feel like to scribble your art? I don't mind sharing that with you. It felt pretty fun. I love scribble art so much. Did any critical voices come up? Yes. Sometimes I do think I won't be able to see anything, and then I always see faces. So sometimes I feel like that critical voice is in there keeping me from seeing something other than that. Maybe it's too easy. Or again, overthinking everything and just relaxing in it, and whatever it is whatever it is. So that's where I'm landing. Were you surprised by any images? No, I'm not surprised. I always see faces in scribble art. Is there a story? Yeah, I think she's here to tell me to relax, chill out, and just enjoy your art. Have some fun. And I think I'm going to call this live quits. I hope you enjoyed it. Tag me on Instagram if you scribbled with me and created something. I would love to see it. And feel free to leave me a comment and let me know if you want to see another art therapy session. Thank you again for watching, and we'll try to do a little bit more of these in the future as time allows. Thank you. Goodbye.